The Badminton Federation of Nigeria is seeking support to make it globally competitive. Its president, Francis Orbih, was at the closing ceremony of the 3rd Africa Para Badminton Workshop in Abuja. Helen Osamede-Akins was there.
It is the 3rd African Para Badminton Workshop. Players and coaches are better enlightened here on the game and its rudiments. The workshop, being hosted by Nigeria, has several African countries in attendance. The Federation's president explains that para-badminton players have a lot of potentials but are limited by inadequate equipment and facilities. He now calls on the federal government and corporate bodies to support the game.
This workshop is very obvious that if we want to compete with the rest of the world in para, not just dominate Africa, we need to get the right equipment, and those wheelchairs are very critical. So the one we have now is even lent to us by the world body. It's not given totally, so we need to buy ours. So we are going to approach corporate bodies, individuals, and see if we can get sponsorship for some of these wheelchairs for the purpose of para badminton specifically.
Para badminton in Africa means there have been many African countries here. So we have been having a training camp and then a workshop for coaches. Those are post level 1. I think we have been very successful because everybody now has an idea what para badminton is and the different categories that we have in it.
The country's sports leadership is glad Nigeria is playing host to the workshop and pledges continuous support to the Federation.
I recall today now they mentioned the need to provide them with standard wheelchair. The ministry will look into that request and see how we can meet some of them. We also enjoin them to improve on their market sponsorship drive. You know, government alone cannot fund sports. The reality is even that government is probably tired, but we need the sport to keep going.
15 African countries, including Nigeria, participated in this workshop, which is one of the biggest in the history of the Confederation. Helen Osamede-Akins, TVC News, Abuja.